Hello and welcome back to the Mic Check Show, your source of AFL coverage. That's until the AFU cuts back and actually start recording. Of course, being a dad, it is tough to find time to schedule things in. Me being a stepdad, soon to be father, exciting. It is hard to, I understand what they're going through. But unlike them, where there's two of them, it's just me and my thoughts. So I get to record. Well, I don't have to depend on someone to record. So, lucky me. You guys are stuck with me every week until they actually have something out. So, with that being said, shall we get to week 7? And week 7, we're going to start off with the Cowboys versus the Bucks. And my God, did that game get out of hand. Just like the Gators game, the Bucks just got destroyed. There's not much to say about that. They didn't travel. They had. I think they traveled a little bit better than they did against Calgary, but it doesn't matter. That score just oof. They gave up a lot of turnovers, pick sixes. They gave the Cowboys great field position. They clearly didn't feed Brett. Honestly, I didn't know if he even showed up to that game. It's hard to tell with the angles, but yeah, the Cowboys just controlled the game. The defense made some huge plays, getting stops, turnovers, and just scoring a shit ton of points. The offense did have big plays too in this game, a lot of explosive ones. I did predict the Cowboys would win this game, but my God, I did not think it would be this much. So the Bucks, they're done for the season. They are in last place, so they'll have the last seed. They'll have 2 weeks off, so hopefully they can rest up, prepare for the playoffs. Imagine if somehow the Bucks just go on a run and win the whole league, going winless in the season. It would be interesting. Definitely be wild. The Cowboys, they'll be facing the Jets, so that should be an interesting one. Hopefully, you never know. So, our next game, the Wolfpack versus the Gators. And this definitely went as expected. Another blowout. The Gators beat the tar out of the Pack, dominating in all aspect of the game. You can clearly see the skill level between both teams. Pretty much boys against men in this one. Bryce did what he did best, and that's rush for a ton of yards. I think he had 2 touchdowns. I can't remember. Xavier Lawrence got 2 touchdowns. One hell of a catch for one of them, his first one. One from Brendan to show Gabe, pick 6. Reed made some great plays. Definitely made up for that performance from last week. So you can see if he has a University U Sports ball, he can just ball out. And I think with the season going, Reed has shown that he is one of the top QBs in our league. For the Pack, hopefully they learn from this game. The road is going to be a long one to get to the Gators level. It's going to take a lot of work. The Pack are young. They have tons of time to build on the youth movement for now. But at the present time, it doesn't seem like the Gators are slowing down. There's a freight train coming. So, going on to our last game, closer than the other games, thank God. But, fuck, I was so wrong with this one. The Irish made too many mistakes in this game, especially on special teams. Block kicks, punts. Block kicks, punts that didn't go very far. The Jets were set up in great field position, which led to scores, especially on one of the block kick punts, I believe. Eventually, The Irish did score, but didn't really matter. On offense, they started forcing it, throwing a bunch of picks. The Jets, they played to their strengths, dominated on defense. And of course, on special teams, they made big plays as they do. I think Provo was their starting QB for this game. Of course, he does what he does best, makes plays. Yeah, it was Provo. It's hard to mistake that lefty. I do think home field advantage did pay off for the Jets in this one. The Irish did look kind of light coming into it. So with that being said, the Jets should take number 2 in the standings. The Irish are lost 2 in a row, kind of in the bad trend going down. But we'll see if they can turn around this week. The Jets will host the Cowboys, and of course the Irish are playing Wolfpack. Should be great games, hopefully. But before we get into that, it's time for our sponsors. Hitch beer again. This bad boy. So Hitch will be my sponsor until I run out of beer, which I only have 2 beer left, so we'll see. It's great tasting beer. Even though I'm not a big fan of beer, I do enjoy this one. It's taken a lot of restraints not to drink them all. Of course, if you're in Cochrane, you should check them out. I will post the address around here. It's local business. They deal with the AFL, mainly the Gators, so just check them out. Anyways, now on to our games. And there's only 2 of them this week. And I'll say they're rivalry games. So we're going to start in the north. And that's the Peace Country Cowboys taking on the Cold Lake Fighter Jets. The visiting Cowboys are coming off probably their best victory in franchise history. I'm not counting the drillers for them because I don't want to. But this is one of their most important games. This game will be a turning point for them. If they can beat the Jets, this will prove that they can hang with pretty much the big boys. And I think their defense can do that, especially against the Jets. I don't know if they can hold them the entire game. The offense hopefully can keep momentum going, especially from last game. One thing the Cowboys do need to be on top of is special teams. Special teams. The Jets will make you pay for not being on top of it. So the Jets sitting pretty at number 2 with a win against Airdrie, like I said before. They played their strengths. They made big plays when they need it. They weren't very dominant on offense, but I think that's okay. Going into this game, I think they can do the same thing. If Provo is their starting QB, I think they're in good shape. Even though the Cowboys are coming off of a huge win, I still have to go with the Jets because I haven't seen the Cowboys beat them. So, speaking of Cowboys, keys to victory. Special teams. Definitely special teams. Have to be on top of it with the Jets. So, whatever you're doing this week, Cowboys, hopefully it's making sure your ducks are in a row for this game. Number 2, travel with a full roster. You're going to get smacked if you don't. Because we've seen it. Like, look at Airdrie. They looked light coming in, and they lost. They didn't get the shit kicked out of them, but loss is a loss, and you can't be doing that. And limit your turnovers. Because the Jets will make you pay for those. They can definitely force turnovers on defense. So, let's see if they'll actually listen to my game plan. Not like the goddamn Bucks last game, but we'll see. So, for the Jets, key to victory. First, I'll say get the offense going. It's been definitely slow this year. They cycled through a few QBs. It looks like Provo will be going for the rest of the year. Well, that's what I think. But yeah, actually have long drives, keeping the other team's offense off the field. Second one, win the field position battle. They did an excellent job against the Irish in this category. With how their special teams play, I think they can do that. And I think, actually, I don't think I know. Number 3, the most important key is avoid the dumb penalties. I think they cleaned it up through last couple of weeks, but it will kill them. Penalties will kill the Jets. So we'll see if they can do it. My hunch is they can for this game. I'm taking the Jets. So, yeah. Anyways, on to the Pack versus the Irish. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, Wolfpack are traveling to Airdrie. Not much of a journey anyway, just down the road. Both teams are coming off of losses, one worse than the other. This is a fun rivalry game since the founders of the Irish are ex-Wolfpack players. So, it's always fun when this game's on. The Wolfpack should have Leeson back for this one. So I'll have to give them a fighting chance. And the offense should be rolling. Of course, they definitely struggled last week. That's to no surprise. I don't see the Pack going scoreless in this one, but it should be tough against that Irish D. The Pack definitely need to figure out that run defense. The Gators ate them up, and I could see the Irish doing the same since they love running that football. It will be, I'll say it'll be a success if they keep the Irish down to 100. Well, that's still a tall task. Specials did hurt the Pack last week after not recovering a couple of onside kicks. So hopefully they're working on that one. So for the Irish, they struggled on offense last week. They had a few big runs, but it didn't lead to much. They should be getting it going this week. The defense played well against the Jets, and I can see them doing the same against the Pack. But they can't do it alone. They need the offense's help. The D line will get pressure on the QB. Special teams have been an issue for the Irish, so hopefully they fixed it this time, because that's been their, I think, Achilles heel this year. Specials. Because Teej talked about it. Teej and Amari talked about it. Specials, and special teams has crippled. Well, I'll say crippled, but have hurt the Irish this year. So we'll see if they can figure that one out. Yeah, that should be a good one. On paper, the Irish should win this game. I'm going to take the Irish, of course. They do seem like the better team. But who knows with my prediction. I got it wrong last time, you fuckers. But I'm still going with the Irish here. I don't know if the Pack can stop the run attack. So, of course, that's why I'm going with the Irish. So, keys to victory. Or the Irish. They need to run the ball. Do what you do best. Run the ball, run it down their throat. Second, fix your special teams. God damn, fix your special teams. Jesus, doesn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long. And for the third one, get pressure on Leeson fast. He throws that ball quick. So we'll see if they can do that. So for the Pack, stop the run. Simple. You stop the run, I think you have a fighting chance. It's easier said than done, but we'll see. Number 2, be more physical than the Irish. The Irish are a physical team. So you're in for an interesting one on Saturday. So get ready to all those bumps and bruises. And for the third one, let Amari cook. Why? I don't know. Just cause. Just let him cook. It'll be fun to see. Give him like 30 carries, target him like 10 times. Break some type of record with him. It'd be hilarious. But no, I think only those two will be necessary for the Pack to win this game. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, going with the Irish. Don't fucking jinx me on this one. Not jinx me, don't. Well, my streak's ruined, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm taking Irish. For the power rankings, the same. Jets are number 2. They proved it last week. Irish are 3. Cowboys 4. And yeah, the rest. So yeah, easy. So that's my show. Thank you all for watching and listening. I do have a special video coming out for the Pack and Bucks. I keep saying Bucks. The Irish and Packs game. So stay tuned for that. Should be fun. All of you have a great weekend. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Mike, checking out.